pregnancy update, and I got really emotional in it, and I like cried off half my makeup. So that, if you want to go see that, that vlog was up. It's the 34-week update one. So now I'm not looking as cute, but that's okay, because I'm going to do a home update. This update was supposed to be done with Kyle, but Kyle unexpectedly had to go to New York for a client. And I cannot wait for this video to go up any longer to wait on him to come home to film it. So I'm just going to film it by myself. Laundry, we are not in our house, obviously. But some things never change. Laundry on the bed behind me. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a general update, and then there'll be a few of some of our vlogs this week going up about the actual last part of moving out, the final move, and saying goodbye to the house and things like that. So, as obviously it's been figured out, yes, we sold our house. So when you sell a house, you actually, you technically you go under contract, so it's not, the sale isn't final until your actual close date. But we did, technically sell our house the first week of May. Yeah, I know, we've been keeping it a secret for that long. Our house sold immediately. It was amazing, but terrifying, because we were like, okay, now we gotta find some place to live. And so we actually, the buyers that we convinced them to let us have usually a close date's 30 days if you have pre-approved buyer. But we convinced them, or requested, and they went with it, to have a longer close date. So our close date was pushed further back. They were really nice. The buyers were really nice, and really nice family. So they agreed to a July 12th close date. That was actually my son's birthday, coincidentally. So we were able to stay, even though our house sold the first week of May, we were able to stay in it until, and we didn't even have to do a lease back or anything. We were able to stay in it until July 12th, which was really amazing. So the actual house selling process, we're gonna do some videos on all of that. Kyle and I have always, we've been meaning, we always said we were gonna do that when all this was said and done. Our house sold so quick, y'all. And we got into a bidding war. People were bidding. 7 people were fighting for our house. Our house would have been sold in the first days, except that we waited a week because there was a bidding war on our house. It's exactly what you want to happen. You hope that happens. We ended up selling for over asking. When we had the inspector come, they asked for 0 repairs. Our house is in pretty good shape too. We put a little bit of money into it. We put about $4 or $5 grand and got the house kind of shiny and had it, kind of fixed some things and did some stuff like that. And I think that was great because, and then in addition to that, I think the buyers, they knew we had other offers, so they didn't want to push, which I don't mind. You should always ask for repairs. It doesn't hurt anything. You're already under contract. It's not like we would have been mad. But they didn't even, they had the inspector come and we were waiting to hear the report. And they came back and they were like, 0 repairs, they're good. And we were like, really? Wow. Okay. So, I mean, it went as well as you hope it goes for. A couple of things that help the house sell fast is, or in Houston, houses sell fast here. Houston's a really big growth city. So, also timing, we put our house on the market in May, which is ideal. Pretty much universally, in the United States, that's an ideal time to sell your home. You're gonna get some of the best prices, right? April, May, June. So our house went on the market at the perfect time. Our house is in good shape. We're in the best school district, in my opinion. It was just, and our house is, like I said, in good shape, great neighborhood, great location. And we were priced, we had a really good price in our home. Our price was we kind of priced a little low. And which worked out in our favor because, like I said, we ended up selling for over asking, and our appraisal came through for over asking. So everything just worked out, and it was really great. And it was funny though, we put the house on the market and on a Friday, and we had multiple showings that day. We had an open house 2 days in a row, and we got offers that from the first day. We just started getting offers and started to get so many offers that we took 7 of the best offers. And oh, and we only allowed people who were pre-approved to look at the home. So you couldn't even look at our house unless you were already approved for a house at our price range, basically. So that helped sell the house fast too, because you didn't have to worry about people putting an offer on your house and then maybe they didn't actually have the financing to back it up, because that can happen. Our agent set it up to where when their agents only at the open house people could come and look at it, but for an appointment, you had to have a pre-approval letter to even be allowed to look at the house, let alone put an offer in. And so all those things actually helped. It was just, you know, so every offer we had was a legitimate offer with already bank approval, and it was just really great. It worked out exactly the way you hope it would work out, you know what I mean? So it was a little overwhelming, but I was also really happy because selling your house and keeping it show ready was with like the kids can be hard. I did have some, like, definitely have some techniques and things I did that made it really not seem that bad. Like, it wasn't as hard as I thought because of a system I set up. So I definitely want to share that at some point. But we did have some what I ended up doing was I spaced the vlogs really far back, again for privacy reasons, just because we decided not to share that. We never even officially said when the house went on market. I mean, obviously I think you kind of figured it out after a while, but like we never even like talked about that. We would just say like, oh, our agents are gonna come and look or something. So that's a long story, but the good story. I am so grateful that we sold the house fast, that we had buyers who were so excited about the house that they were willing to fight for it and put in a really strong offer, and that they were happy to do a later close date to help us out because they did love the house. And it makes me feel good because I wanted someone to buy the house who loved the house as much as I love the house. And they really seemed to, like, they wanted that house. And then we had another family who loved the house so much that they actually became backup buyers, which I never even heard of. And basically we went under contract with them as well, which I didn't even know was possible. And they basically, their contract said if the current buyers we had pulled out for any reason, or did something, or we could pull out from them for any reason, that they were under contract instantly. Which I was like, what? And like our agent said, yeah, that doesn't happen a lot, that someone would be willing to wait to see if the first offer fell through under contract. And I mean, like, they really loved the house too. And so that was a good feeling, you know? So yeah, we actually closed on the house without a hitch. No, we had no problems on the 12th. And we did our final move out. Our final move out was with actual movers. We did a couple of smaller move outs on our own to put stuff into storage. And then we did a bigger one with actual movers in another storage place. We let them handle it. And they're also going to move us back into our new home, and they're gonna do our other storage units as well. So that'll be really nice. So like we don't have to do quite as much legwork, because there'll be plenty of legwork just with the unpacking. And in other news, so our current house now, they are speculating that they're shooting for a September 15th closing date. They think the house will be ready by September 7th, and then they need a week for us to do all the final stuff and whatever, and then we can close on the 15th of September. That's what it's looking at right now. Obviously, I wish it would be a little sooner, but I'm okay with that. They're working really hard. The house is looking amazing. It's really starting to come together. And the housing updates have been more in real time, like the actual building updates, like those haven't been as delayed as like our normal vlogs and stuff. And trying to keep those a little bit closer to real time. And also I'll post like kind of real time updates of the house on Instagram, or Facebook or whatever. We're just Go Team Hale on Facebook, and I'm Kyle and Court on Instagram. So I am really, really excited about our new home. I definitely don't think we'll be in the house before the baby comes. I've made peace with that it's okay. I am setting up a baby station here, and that'll just get moved over. And even though the kids will start school before we're in the new house, the house we're staying at is not that far, so it's not a huge ordeal to take them to the school. And I do have to go, the kids are, we're moving within the same district, so the transfer process is actually not that hard. I do have to go in person and just bring like a proof of our new residency, which is, in our case, since we're not in the house yet, our builder gives us a special paper that says we are under contract with them and blah, blah, blah. So I have to bring that in, and that's it. It's just really not that big a deal, thankfully. And we will just deal. And I think I'm gonna delay Audrey and have her start preschool in January, and that way we don't have to worry about juggling her too, especially with the new baby. It'll just be like only the 2 older kids. And then Audrey can just, you know, be with us and whatever, and then can get started after we've settled in. I think that would be better for her too, with everything, all the chaos. The kids are doing pretty well. I definitely noticed that Audrey seems a little bit more short-tempered here. I think it's just all the change, but they all seem happy. All the kids seem happy. I honestly think it's been harder on me than any of them, because like I definitely miss my routine and my place, and I hate feeling like a burden. No one makes us feel like a burden, but I feel that way personally. So we are staying with my in-laws. The original plan was that we were going to switch and stay with my in-laws part of the time and my parents part of the time, and possibly a long-stay hotel part of the time. But my parents had some things change, and I don't think we're gonna be able to stay with them, so it kind of stinks because I feel like all that's on my in-laws, who they keep saying it's okay, it's just a blip in time, it's not a big deal, but it still makes me feel bad. And we still might go and do like an extended stay type hotel for a week just to whatever, but again, my mother-in-law was like, don't bother, but I don't know, we'll see. You know, it just feels like a lot to me. Everyone else is kind of hanging in there, but like I just feel bad, you know, and there's not a lot I can do about it. So we have temporary setup here. I got, you know, the kids enough clothes for school. I've got all the baby stuff and postpartum stuff I need. And honestly, realistically, like our new house probably will not be done being set up for like a year, because with the new baby, I'm not gonna rush to fill the rooms with furniture. Like I want to buy quality furniture, and that stuff is more expensive, and I don't want to just buy something. if I'm gonna spend more money, I want it to really love it, you know what I mean, and like invest in something, and it's gonna be a long process, but I want it to be done right. And there's also some things like we're gonna hire a general carpenter to come and put some custom built-ins in the shelf, in some of the closets and things like that, and it's just gonna be a process, but I'm really looking forward to it. It's funny because I know most people will be like, oh, that would be really hard with a baby. I would rather do it with a baby than pregnant, honestly, because physically, pregnancy at this last part is so hard on me that I'm kind of miserable, but I would rather have a baby be the kind of like, I guess, hold up than being pregnant. Like that's just me. Some people might feel differently, but I don't. Like I want her to be here, and I feel like because I would physically be able to do more, you know what I mean? So yay, you guys, there we go. I'll try to do, like I said, I really wish I could have done this update with Kyle, but he's sorry. It's not his fault, but anyway, he's got to work. And yeah, so we're hanging in there. This is our situation, and just really glad the house sold, you know, well, and it worked out as well as I think it could, and that we got the later closing date, because every other contract we would have had to close in June. Woo, that would have been even longer with us having to live with other people. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. And all the apartments around here are like a 3-month minimum, and we don't have 3 months, so, and it's so expensive to do a 3-month like a rent, so it's just kind of crazy. This is not like ideal, but it's temporary. Like my mother-in-law said, it's a blip, it's a little blip in time. Next summer we'll just be like, oh yeah, remember we had to have those like uncomfortable 8 weeks at, you know, and like no one will even care, you know what I mean? So all right, you guys, thank you. So tomorrow there will be actual like the filming of like the last times in the house and the final move and all of that stuff, and then I can try to, you know, kind of get everything going, kind of vlogging back in real time. We're also getting close to the baby being due. I am 34.5 weeks pregnant at this point, so that's ticking along. There's a lot happening. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll have more updates soon. Bye, everybody.